Hey guys, welcome to RH2 Racing, and this is my 2003 Subaru Impreza 25 RS. So this car is fun. It is a fun car. It's basically just like what everyone describes as like a street legal go-kart. Now the body is a different story. This car was found in the Rust Belt, and if you guys don't know where that is, it's where just all the cars come to die slowly and sadly from rust. But we're going to try to change that. We're going to rebuild the body, get it painted again, get it looking really nice to how it used to be, that nice deep blue, the metallic blue. We have some ideas for like the trunk, hood, and roof, you know, just, I don't know, we're going to play around with it. It's going to be a car that can not only pull, but it's going to be good looking. We don't want to go too out of the box with it. We're not trying to be this, no offense, but it's not what we're trying to go for. We're not trying to be flashy, you know, just outlandish with it. We want it to look good. We want to pull up to a meet with Audis and everything, and they're like, wow, did you see that Subaru over there, though? So there's a lot that needs change. There's these poorly rolled fenders. Looks like they threw some plasti dip on it, and just this rust here. But over time that will be taken care of, and who knows, we actually might get another little drag car. We're trying to get it to go dragging, autocrossing, get some good, you know, just to see what it has left in it. And it definitely has a lot of life left in it. So when we got this car, it looked like it was pulled out of the bottom of the ocean. We have rust just eating away the fenders, all the fenders. We have rust underneath. We have rust just in places where it shouldn't be already. I've worked on cars much older than this that weren't even garage kept. And oh man, this one's bad. It's definitely gotten the Subi rust hard. There's a couple places like the lower sub or the rear subframe that it's all going to be replaced in time. We have a lot of plans for getting the suspension built back up, getting the frame built back up, and really getting some supports put in so we can really take some corners, jack it up a lot better, and just, I don't know, make it a fun, not only a fun daily, but a fun track car, you know, going out, taking it to the track. You're not worried about it breaking down on you or anything. And then having a whole day at the track and coming back home with it. And we think she can do it. Alright, so as a whole, it's a 5-speed manual transmission. As far as I know at the moment, everything is stock. No like stage 2 clutches or anything. Honestly, everything is pretty stock. There's a couple things, like we have a carbon fiber shift knob. We've got just like some paint in here. But, I mean, it's pretty solid. There's no rust inside, or like anything coming through the floor or anything like that. And it does have these pretty nifty little lights here. Got a cool little whoop. There we go. But yeah, it just highlights the disgusting mess of a floor there is in here, though. Looks like someone lived under a pine tree. Now, half of this car isn't off of the original car. It looks like it was an R title, so we do have some story behind it. We got to figure out what's going on with it. But another thing is that there's a lot of parts, like this trunk from a 2003 WRX, not from this car. This hood, not from this car. These headlights, brand new. This, not from this car. There's just a lot of parts that you can tell, like just looking through it and everything, it's not from this same vehicle. But that's okay. Because a lot of it's going to be trashed anyway, getting new fenders and stuff, because these getting a little tore up, getting just these little bits of rust and everything in there. And then also, there's not much left to that. But these zip ties hold strong. Always carry zip ties. Roof racks. I like them. It's got them. Fantastic. Snowboarding, mountain biking, that's all my forte. It definitely is going to need roof racks. We're going to be eventually taking these off, getting them refinished, getting them all nice and good again, taking care of all of that. There's just like silicone on these for some reason, or some sort of filler. I don't know what that is. And we also got some separation going on here. So we're gonna be taking care of this one piece at a time. It's got CMT racing rims on it. These aren't actually in production anymore. I actually really like this style, but we're not going to be able to get anything like this at least. So what we're going to do is we're going to be repainting them, refinishing them. We're going to keep the gray in the middle because that's really held up over the years. But this like chrome finish, it is all gone. It's just all oxidized and disgusting. So we're going to be refinishing all of these, all four of them. Now you might be saying to yourself, this is just a 2.5 RS with mismatched parts. Rust, sadness, everything. And you're right, it is. But the one thing that this car does have going for it is under the hood. This is a 3-liter H6 out of a Subaru Tribeca. Yes, it is still a boxer. Yes, I do love the hell out of it. And yes, we are going to be modding it just a little bit. Maybe doing a little bit bigger things later on down the road. But as for right now, it's a naturally aspirated 6-cylinder engine, 3-liter engine. We got an attempt at a cold air intake that doesn't have any sort of box to make it any colder than what it would be coming out of the engine bay. I did set up this little fence over here, right against the wall here, just to keep it a little clearer. I don't want a whole bunch of rocks and stuff getting up in there, even though there probably will be anyway. It was just freaking me out that it was just open air right there, and how dusty and dirty it is right now this time of year around here. Windshield wiper fluid topped up all the way. Nullithane sticker, I believe that's my camber bolts, hopefully. It runs fine. It runs beautifully, actually. Compared to the rest of the car, it's actually a godsend. And it's what sold me on it originally. There's been a couple things that we've done, like the little bracer bar here, just to structure up the frame a little bit. We did put in some Racer's Edge, I believe they were, coilovers, just some little cheap eBay coilovers, just to raise it up a little bit from what it was, because originally bought the center of the exhaust was like 4 or 5 inches off the ground, and around where we live that just doesn't do. So now the fun part, plans for the car. What are we doing with it? Where are we moving with it? What is going on? Autocrossing, drag racing, potentially if we can do roll racing. It's an all-wheel drive and I would like to drive home with a clutch. And then bringing it back to a beautiful Japanese all-wheel drive monster. It's going to be an adventure, it's going to be fun, it's going to be cool. A lot of meets, a lot of maybe some of the outdoor sports and stuff that me and a couple of my buddies do. We're going to be bringing that into the show. And yeah, it's going to be an adventure, guys, and come on with us. It's going to be cool. Alright, so plans for the car. We're going to be breaking it down, pretty much cleaning it, rebuilding it from scratch. There's a lot of parts that are going to be needing replaced. A lot of structural parts that will be needing replaced. But as far as engine, transmission, rear end, axles, drivetrain in general, it's good. It's all good. We're good. It does have some ankle issues. Gonna get some wheel bearings replaced. Gonna get some wheel hubs replaced. But we're gonna be pretty much just doing paint for the first part here. Getting everything tuned back up to where it needs to be. and then we're going to see where it goes from there. We're going to really try to get into some racing. We're going to be trying to go to more meets. We're going to be trying to go to more car meets to where this is going to fit right in with everything and anything that it pulls up with. And we're also going to be going to more mountain biking, Subi Fest meets up at like the mountain and everything whenever everyone's going snowboarding. And it's going to be cool. It's going to be an adventure. We're going to just see where it takes us. This car is going to be fun, and I am itching to get started on it, and I love every aspect of what this car will be able to do and what it's doing right now. It's doing fantastic. But yeah, we hope you guys join in on the ride here. Subscribe, like, RH2 Racing. See you guys later. Thank y'all. We don't have pop-up up and down headlights. It's like, that is way too bright. Now it's recording. Roof rack. There's these